Welcome to Adapting. We're working on anatomy and physiology to be able to master your TEAS exams. This is anatomy, physiology, biology crash course. Key questions that you may expect to see and you have to know. Stick around, let Adapting class make these questions easy for you so that wherever you see it, you'll be able to master it. The concept, I put the buzzwords in red so that you focus on it. When you're reading the question, always read it from the back. And the last information on the question is what you need to focus on. Regulating body temperature, anger, and thirst. You focus on, read the question from the back. Regulating body temperature, anger, and thirst. Which part of the brain is responsible for that? This is just a concept. Medulla oblongata is responsible for breathing. Okay. Hippocampus is mostly related to emotional and aspect of your body, but hypothalamus is one that is responsible for all the information listed, temperature regulation, anger, and thirst. So pay attention to that. Hypothalamus. I put the H there so that I can also confuse you. Number 2, backward flow of what? Blood into the left atrium. Which valve? Then go back and draw your anatomy. Divide the heart into 2. And this is the right atrium, right ventricle, left atrium, left ventricle. There's 2 valves here. This is called mitral valve. 3 valves here. This is tricuspid valve. Which one is preventing backward flow to the left atrium? The mitral valve. This is bicuspid. Okay. I always try to go straight to the point. Don't waste too much unnecessary information. Protect the spinal cord. Which part of the skeletal system protect the spinal cord? If this is your head, your spinal cord is the bone at your back. Think about it. Pelvis is right here. It can protect the spinal cord. Your ribs is right here. It can protect the spinal cord. The sternum is right here. It can protect the spinal cord. Vertebral column run along the spinal cord. That's the right answer. So this is the way you answer questions. You always, examiners thinking, you want to think like that. Which organ system is responsible for producing red blood cells? Let's look at it. Blood cells. Muscle does not produce blood cells. Lymphatic is mostly fluid, taking blood fluid back to the body system. Endocrine, hormones. Therefore, skeletal muscle responsible for blood vessel using the bone marrow. Which organs secrete digestive enzyme also regulate blood glucose? You know what they're talking about. What regulate blood glucose is insulin and glucagon. Which organ make them? Is your pancreas. The liver and gallbladder responsible for your bile production. Stomach is just digestion. Therefore, pancreas is your boy. Which structure allow prokaryotic cells to move? The key word in the question is what I have underlined, prokaryotic. Okay, cilia is found in eukaryotic, multicellular cells. Nucleus does not move. Therefore, this is the flagella, which help prokaryotic single-cell animals to move. Which biomolecular is responsible for strong genetic information. Genetic information is coming from your DNA. The DNA is made up of nucleic acid. Boom, right here. You see, carbohydrates, lipids, and protein are not nucleic acid. In the DNA replication, which enzymes is responsible for unwinding the double helix? You can think about it. This is the double helix, right? To unwind it, you got to do the function like you're unwinding something. Ligase means putting it together. Polymerase means you basically trying to replicate it. Polymerase will replicate things. Helicase is going to unwind it. Therefore, helicase is the best answer. I'm showing you strategy to answer questions. What is the primary function of ribosome? It makes protein. So it doesn't transport lipid, it doesn't replicate DNA, it doesn't store calcium, it synthesizes protein. In a hypotonic solution, what happens to the cell? Think about it. This is the cell. If you put him in hypotonic water, the concentration of water is slow. Concentration here is high in terms of solute. So by osmosis, water moves into the cell. The cell gets bigger and it bursts open. This is hypotonic solution. So it's going to shrink if the concentration of solute is too high here. Then water moves out of the cell. The cell will remain the same if it's in isotonic solution. This mitosis does not apply. Concept mastering, content mastering. If you like this crash course on anatomy, physiology, and biology, subscribe to Adaptant Class. I have a playlist with a bunch of these videos. You will hate your anatomy and physiology. Good luck. Take care of yourself. Thank you for watching.